Podcast, episode 54. It's going to be a short one tonight. Not a whole lot of news to close out the year 2020, but we do have a little something for you. And we are also going to be talking about the year in review for 2021, or 2020 rather, excuse me. I got 2021 on the brain because that's what we're going to be talking about slightly. The year in review of 2020 in video games. We're going to revisit the disasters that were the PS5 and Xbox Series X launches. We're going to talk about some of the games that came out this year, as well as other notable gaming events this year. So we're going to go over that. We're going to be live for about an hour, and then we're going to invade Gatekeeper Drew on his New Year's Eve special. I imagine that's what he's planning. But with that being said, Casey, you've been working on streaming setup. So what have you been up to with that? I know you got an Elgato finally.
Yeah, but still runs like shit because I need a better computer.
So what were you looking at? You were looking at something at Best Buy? What were you planning?
Well, originally at Walmart, but they were sold out with anything that was any good. But I'm going to go Best Buy tomorrow to try to get a good laptop that I can stream and maybe do some gaming on it. I'm thinking if you get a good gaming laptop, that's got to have enough power to do that, right?
I would imagine so. Like I said, I gave you the system requirements. And, I said, as long as you get something that fits those requirements at the least. Although when it comes to the RAM, I would recommend something that has 8 gigs of RAM, which is pretty much the standard in laptops these days. I think you'll be set.
Yeah, it's like I did a couple clips of playing Among Us, and it was just chugging along. It was just sputtering as hell. So I was like, fuck. So I'm a little depressed about that because I was hoping just getting the Elgato would fix the problem.
Well, I actually commented on your video when you, the one you made about your gaming pickups, and you had the Elgato on it. I said you're gonna need a better piece. You're gonna need a better computer than what you got to run that Elgato. So I knew just getting the Elgato wasn't gonna fix it.
I was kind of hoping it was just the game card, but I bought a $25 game card before that, and it was like a piece of shit. So I was like, okay, maybe this would work. But it connects real easy with that, but it's just chugs.
Yeah, plus it's the fact that your computer doesn't have enough power.
Yeah, and I know it's not the internet issue because I stream all the time from the PlayStation 4, and I don't see if I had problem on there.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely the laptop. You said the laptop's what, like 4 or 5 years old?
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, it's because like I said, I have a Dell laptop that was just built in 2019 and released, so it's relatively new. And I got it in April of this year, so by the time I got it, it was only like maybe 6 or 7 months old.
Yeah.
And even that, I can't. Even with that, I can't use it to stream because the CPU is not strong enough.
Yeah, I'm trying. Like, I know if you go Best Buy or Walmart that you can do payment plans on it.
Right.
So I'm like, I'll be okay with that. And when the stimulus check or the COVID bill check comes in, I want to save that for my PlayStation 5.
I'm gonna tell Drew in the chat that I'll be there for his stream tonight. See what he says.
Yeah, put it as me. Well, but I put it in the creative room, but he didn't answer.
So, I actually was told about a Christmas present today because apparently it's a present I didn't know I was still waiting for. So I have the Elgato HD60 just like you have now.
Yeah.
Well, apparently my parents for Christmas, on top of everything else they got me, I think you saw my Christmas video when I showed off all that shit that I got.
Yeah.
Um, Something I didn't know about was that I got the Elgato 4K 60, the top of the line Elgato streaming box,
No shit.
the $400 big boy, and it's on its way. I should have it in about 2 weeks, apparently. So I'm happy as fuck to try that out, and I'll get to stream and record my videos in much higher quality than 1080p. So I'm happy about that. What's up, TSS? Welcome to the show, and pretty soon I'll get to say Happy New Year's Eve to you.
Well, I just heard from Drew. He said in about half an hour or so. So we could do like a two-party. Like if nothing happens tomorrow, we can do another run if we don't get to
Right.
finish up.
Right. So, anyways, TSS, saw your video yesterday. Pretty damn funny. Pretty damn good. The Larry Funk tribute at the start was absolutely awesome. Very, very, very well done. But that being said, Casey, I got the games. Got the games that we can get for free on PlayStation and Xbox. Let's start with Xbox, since that's the one I accidentally just pulled up first. As of January 1st, and available all month long, you can get Little Nightmares for free. Starting January 16th and running until February 15th, you can get Dead Rising Remastered, which is Dead Rising 1 Remastered. Which is a game, series I've been wanting to get into, but PlayStation only got Dead Rising 2. And I think they got Dead Rising 4, I don't remember, or was it 2 and 3? I know PlayStation got at least 2 of them. So I didn't want to get into the series in the middle. And
Exactly.
I also didn't want to start near the end. And plus I heard, the later the series gets, it starts to go downhill, much like Gears of War series.
Pretty much anything like even Halo's with Halo 5 is kind of like, I hear people didn't like Halo 4. I liked Halo 4, but I didn't play Halo 5 that much, so.
Next up, a Xbox 360 backwards compatible game, The King of Fighters 13 will be available from January 1st until January 15th. I played I played some of the King of Fighters games. I like them, but they're not my favorite fighting game out there. If you tried hard enough, Casey, that's probably a fighting game you could beat me at.
Probably not.
And then, last but not least, January 16th to the 31st, another Xbox 360 game, Breakdown, will be free for the backwards compatibility. Any of those games pique your interest there, Casey?
Probably King of Fighters. That's probably it.
Yeah. I mean, did you by any chance?
Maybe.
Did you by any chance? Did you buy the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate 3 months for $1 promotion?
No.
I don't know if it's still available, but if it is, you probably should jump on it.
I mean, I already got Game Pass.
Do you have? But you don't have Xbox Live Gold, right? Or do you?
I believe I do.
Oh, okay. As I was gonna say, because I don't pay for Xbox Gold all too often because I don't play my Xbox all that much. Not nearly as much as PlayStation. So I figure I only really buy it when it's on sale.
I'm thinking I'm gonna have to cut that back because like you said, I don't play my Xbox that often. I might go back to it for a little bit to maybe stream a few games off of it,
Right.
But
So next up, we have the PlayStation Plus games for January. Not sure if this will be a better list, but we got some stuff here. Starting January 5th. January 5th, which is next Tuesday. You get the PS5 version of Maneater for free, as well as PS4 version of Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
That's probably the best one I heard right now.
And the last one will be Greedfall.
Greedfall, never heard of it.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider is the latest version, the latest game in the Tomb Raider reboot saga, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sounds good out of all of them.
I'm trying to find there was a list of games I saw yesterday for free to play games that are coming to PlayStation next year. Right now, having a hard time finding it. Maybe I'll have to bring that up if we do a part 2 tomorrow. Because right now I can't find it, and there's a couple games on that list I actually wanted to talk about too. Yeah, I can't find it at the moment. Fuck. Oh, fuck it. PSN Holiday Sale, which is running through the end of the year. Usually runs through a couple of weeks in the new year as well. There are some big name titles that are discounted right now. You can save upwards of 70% on these titles. I'm not going to name them all, but here is some of the standout titles. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Odyssey Deluxe Edition, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Crash Bandicoot 4, which is currently half price at $30.
Not bad.
Destiny 2 Beyond Light, which is the latest expansion to the Destiny 2 game. Doom Eternal, which was a pretty badass single-player game. The online was awful, but the single-player was pretty good. If you're a racing fan, you got F1 2020, which is a F1 racing game with Indy cars. If you like soccer, you got FIFA 21. Final Fantasy VII Remake, which in my opinion is a very good game. On the PS5, you have Godfall, which I wasn't aware that game came out already.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, it's not doing very well, considering it's discounted already for the holiday. That's not a very good sign, although it looked like
some of the other games, like the Assassin's Creed game, that was released at the same time, and it's already discounted.
Yeah,
because
that's true. Ghost of Tsushima, which won a few awards at the Game Awards this year, and that's not going to be the last time you hear about that. Grand Theft Auto 5, which at this point should just be fucking free because it's so old.
Exactly.
If you like football, American football that is, Madden NFL 21, which is this year's game. Marvel's Avengers, which is a game I got for Christmas, and I haven't touched it yet. Probably start playing it this weekend. MLB 20 The Show, which...
How much was Avengers? I'm just curious.
Avengers, I got it for Christmas. I have no idea.
Because I picked up a used copy for $25. Because
I got it full price. I think when I looked it up online yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to say it's $30.
The game's going down quickly in price.
Let me see. MLB 20 The Show, again, baseball game. Baseball season's over. The new one's going to be coming out in a few months. Might as well hold off until next season, in my opinion. Monster Hunter World, the Iceborne expansion. That came out earlier this year. Mortal Kombat 11. Unfortunately, not the Ultimate Edition. So for the few extra bucks, you might just want to get the Ultimate Edition, in my opinion. Basketball fans for PS4, not PS5, unfortunately. NBA 2K21, Red Dead Redemption 2, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Star Wars Squadrons, The Last of Us Part 2, don't get me started on that, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege Deluxe Edition, which that game's about, 5 years old already or something like that? 4 or 5 years old. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remastered, very good game. UFC 4, for all you MMA fighting fans. Last but not least on this list is Watch Dogs Legion, amongst many other titles.
Yeah, and that's another game that came out recently too. Pretty much what won the PS5 and the Xbox Series X came out. So
it looks like the offer will expire for this sale as of January 6th at midnight, local time. Well, it says some of them expire on the 6th. Apparently the sale goes until the 8th. So you got a little over a week yet on that sale. If there's any games on that list that may interest you.
I did actually pick up a couple on that holiday sale. I mean, I picked up Uno for like $5. I think Uno's been going for like what, 15.
It was $10. It was $10 when I bought it last year. So I think $10 was full price for that.
Okay, then I saw it down to 5. It was like, fuck yeah. I mean, because I think it'd be awesome to play some Uno with some people, you know?
I mean, I'm down to play it with you and stream it. And if we get two more people, we could definitely have a blast.
Yeah.
Let me see. TSS says he got a PSN gift card for Christmas. That's pretty cool. He says he's thinking of getting the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yes.
Definitely get it. It's a pretty damn good game. It's a big, long fucking game, too. I'm not even halfway through it, and I probably sunk about almost 20 hours into it. So I would say that's definitely worth your money. So, anything on that list, Casey, that might interest you out of some of the games I mentioned here?
Yeah, there's a couple, but nothing big, you know?
Personally, if I didn't have it already, I'd go for Crash 4. I think that's a deal. Half price right now.
Yeah, but, you know, man, I prefer physical. So, it has to be really extremely cheap for me to pick it up digitally.
Personally, if I had a PS5, I'd go with Godfall. If I didn't have Avengers, I would get that. Mortal Kombat, if I didn't have it, I'd definitely get that. But other than that, there's really, and Tony Hawk, if I didn't have the Collector's Edition, I would get that. So 2020 has been an interesting year when it comes to gaming. COVID has certainly played a role. And
sure has. I mean, we didn't have as many games as usually come out, and certainly not a lot of reveals because of it as well.
I mean, we had E3 was canceled this year because of it. E3 is like the biggest gaming show of the year. When it comes to the reveals and stuff. And that was, COVID wasn't the only reason that it got shut down, but that big fucking massive doxing, issue that E3 suffered at the end of last year on their website certainly didn't make matters any better.
Yeah, but people would still go to it. I mean, it's a big deal. That's where you go hear about the latest stuff coming out. I mean, it looks like Nintendo's not going to do a normal Direct anymore. It's all these little Directs. I mean, I think the last full-size Direct, I think it was last year.
I believe you're correct. And, I'm pretty sure COVID had a big role in their decisions on that.
Well, sure. I guarantee you they're changing ways, and that would suck because I love the Nintendo Directs. When I hear it, I'm always geared up to watch it.
But I don't think we've seen the last of the Nintendo Directs just yet. Uh, for sure, I don't think we've seen the last of the Directs. Um, Personally, I think we're going to get another big one, especially if E3 does return next year.
Yeah,
I think we will get another big one.
yeah, but like all last year, we're like, oh, we're gonna get the first one of the year coming in January. Oh, maybe February, March, and it never came.
Well, I definitely don't understand why we didn't get one in January because that's before the pandemic struck.
Well, before it ramped up big time,
Yeah,
but I don't know. It just sucks. But oh, TSS, I'm not sure about that. I mean, that's what we always fought. I mean, you get one big one in the first of the year, and then you'll get one like maybe in between the first of the year and E3, or you'll wait all the way to E3, and then you get one at the heading towards the end of the year.
I mean, I think we'll get another. I think we'll get another big one. I don't think that's the last of the big directs. I think we are going to get another big one. It's just a matter of when.
Uh, I don't know.
But well, I guess only time will tell, right?
Yeah, but I still think uh, that the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox new consoles should have waited until spring.
Absolutely.
I mean, see, the thing is, you wait till November, people's going to spend more of their money on gifts than that on PlayStation and the Xbox. You wait till if you pull what Nintendo did in 2017 and waited until March and you use your tax money on it, that's how you do it.
Not only that, but there would have been more stock in the stores. We wouldn't have had the issues we had with the online releases this year.
Yeah.
There, bots. The bots would have still happened. Not saying they wouldn't, but they wouldn't have played such a big role in where all the consoles went.
Exactly. But those are pretty much the big things. I mean, nothing really much happened. I mean, Cyberpunk is probably the biggest disappointment of the year.
Yeah, that game was. It did not. It has not held up very well, has it?
No, I mean, if people are enjoying it, awesome. I always say if someone likes something I don't, I say that's great for you. I mean, but as of hearing the game was shipped out broken, and even after being delayed 2-3 times, and the game been announced back in 2012, and it still came in like this condition. I mean, look at Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild had 5 years of work on it from Nintendo, and Nintendo's doing other games, by the way,
Right.
and they polished the shit out of that game, and that was not only on the Switch, it was also originally made for the Wii U.
Right, and then they switched their focus to the Switch.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're going to want their new system to sell, and they still put out a pretty good Wii U port anyway.
Yeah, and look at Nintendo. I mean, do they send out a turd every once in a while? Yes, they do. I'm not going to say, they're 100% perfect. But it's like I watched this show, it's called Play Value. They don't do any new video, but where it's going back all the way to Sega, where Sega was making a ton of video games from their think tank, and they're hammering them with B's. While Nintendo, every one time a year, they'll drop down A plus.
Right. Yep. Especially if it's Mario or Zelda, because you know they're not going to let those two series fail.
Oh no! But I mean, there's all the, and they have a ton of other franchise out there too. But like, you don't see Nintendo games having a ton of bugs, especially coming from Nintendo itself, because they actually have put pride in their fucking games. Nowadays, I can understand. Oh, we gotta make deadlines. We gotta make sure we sell this before the Christmas season. But you piss off the customer base. You can't do that many times before we turn our backs away from you. You know.
Yeah. Some have, like how some people have given up on the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise because of all the turds that series has fucking shat out.
Exactly.
Over the course of his 30 years coming up, actually.
And look what happened. I mean, where a dude takes like the Sega CD game, remixes it, put a bunch of other levels in it, and it's like the best Sonic game since like 3.
But yeah, man. So the consoles definitely should have waited. I've been saying that all along this year. Of course, Sony and Xbox, they weren't going to wait to make that money. They didn't care who they got it from and where it came from, unfortunately. But it is what it is, and again, Cyberpunk was quite the turd sandwich, in my opinion. Game got delayed 3 times and was still a mess.
They should have just said, hey guys, I mean, this needs to be held for another year. With all the glitches and how broken it was, it needed at least another year.
Well, remember, they took that game off the PlayStation Store, what was it, a week and a half ago, before Christmas, because of all the people that bought it and wanting refunds, and CD Projekt Red said they were going to give refunds, but they had to go through PlayStation to get them. And then PlayStation said, nope, you downloaded it, it's yours, you're stuck with it. And that pissed a lot of people off.
You know, it's funny.
What's going on, Steve? Welcome to the chat.
I think it was me and Drew and a couple other guys on, Jesse, on, I think it's Trainwreck. We were talking about video games, and that was announced while we were doing that. About Sony withdrawing the Cyberpunk from their shop.
Yeah, it came to a head where Sony said, all right, enough's enough. We're still not giving you your refunds. We're just going to take the game off the store until it's in a playable condition.
Oh, they still don't give refunds?
No.
That's fucked up.
They took it off the store, and everybody who bought it stuck with it. They told all those people to wait until patches come out in 2021 to make the game playable. By then, no one's going to give a shit about it anymore.
Oh, no. This was probably going to be a franchise game here.
Franchise my ass. Not now.
It probably was, but when you do something like this, that franchise is dead.
Nintendo actually does have a refund policy as well. I don't remember what their policy is, but yeah, Xbox, out of the console, refunders, Xbox has the best refund policy. Obviously, if we're talking about all the platforms, Steam has the best policy, because even if you play the game and you don't like it, Steam still gives you, 14 days, I think, as long as you haven't played more than 2 hours of the game, they'll give you your money back, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Other big, other notable moments in gaming this year was Animal Crossing released to very, very big success.
Mm-hmm.
It's what did they sell? Like over 22 million
Uh,
copies of that game already. I don't personally play it. Personally, I don't understand why that game is so popular, but to each their own. If you're interested in it, more power to you.
Looks like Drew's about to wrap up. Get ready. So,
Oh, good. Tell them to at least give us another 8 minutes.
okay.
I mean,
You almost sound different right there for a second. I don't I don't know
Hey,
why.
we've only been live for a half an hour, so let's at least go 40 minutes. So
Okay.
let's try to get another 10 minutes at least,
All
because
right.
there isn't much more to talk about to wrap up the year in gaming, anyways. But yep. Again, Animal Crossing came out to big success. Like over what is it? Nearly 25 million copies of that game sold already. Um,
And it helped pushed more selling more of the Switch. I think Switch is damn near at 70 million consoles sold.
TSS. I understand it's a relaxing game. I just don't understand why people like it. I mean,
Actually, I'm kind of like if they have a demo on it, I might give it a shot.
Casey, Pikmin 3 Deluxe came out this year, right? Game you
Oh,
very much enjoyed.
I love it. I finally beat it because I can sit, relax, and play it at my leisure instead of have to be sitting on the couch and be tethered to the screen.
Right.
And actually, I beat it twice. I beat it on the easiest mode, then I beat it on the normal mode. I might, once I get the streaming going, I might even try
Play
the
it again.
hardest mode.
Do it
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Other bigger titles that came out this year was like, Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out this year. Spider-Man Miles Morales came out this year. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Remastered, which I have the Xbox Collector's Edition with the skateboard for $100. I got that one. Pretty decent game. Very faithful remaster, and certainly when you compare it to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 especially, a very playable and faithful remaster in my opinion. Not so much a remake, but they did add some of the newer Tony Hawk features into that game that weren't in the older ones. But, when it comes to remaster, that's pretty much what they do.
Okay. It looks like he's switching it up to 10:30, so we're good.
Okay, so 10:30 his time.
Yeah, so we got plenty of time now.
So we got another almost an
30
hour
minutes.
then. Okay, so yeah, we're pretty good. Well,
I like to say something. One of the biggest thing that came out minus I've been dying for Pikmin 3 to come out for a while, right?
right.
You're like every time I was like, I just want it to be announced. Well, one of the bigger things finally came out was the Mario 3D All Star pack,
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up next.
and plus Mario 35 as being a bonus.
Yep.
And then you got the original All Stars if you have it on if you have Nintendo's subscription, online subscription.
Yep. I was actually going to bring all that up next. The Super Mario 35 year celebration has been underway this year. We got the collector's item for the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch.
I got that too.
We got the Mario Kart live home tour, which actually there was one piece of news about that I wanted to bring up.
Really?
Yeah, I have to actually bring that up. But
I know there's been sending more of them out. I mean, when they first released, it was extremely hard to find.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I have a little piece of news on that. We'll get into that in a minute. Super Mario Bros. 35 was a Mario Battle Royale game. Took the original Super Mario Bros. Game and they turned it into a Battle Royale, which actually was not their idea in the first place. Nintendo shut down the original Super Mario Battle Royale.
No shit. Was it
Was
almost like the same thing?
It was originally a fan game. You played. The only difference is every Mario was on screen at the same time, but like all the other Mario's except for yours were ghosts, so that they couldn't get in your way. And you pretty much would play until you're the last Mario standing, and the winner would be, obviously the last person standing, or if there was a tie, I think there was a time limit to that one. So at the end of the time limit, whoever got the furthest was the winner.
I would say that 35 would have been better. I mean, because it brings. I mean, yeah, you're fighting for till the last Mario standing, but I like how when you kill when someone kills an enemy comes to your screen, it makes it way more fun. You know.
Yeah, yep. Actually, the original fan concept of that was not a bad idea, but I could certainly say Nintendo took that idea and worked and added to it.
And you know what? Can you blame Nintendo? They see someone's idea and it has their property, be like, "Hey, we're gonna take that.
Yeah,
We're gonna do that."
they have every right to because it was an illegal use of their IP, technically.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying it wasn't their idea, technically.
true. But I'm saying, if anything, if I was Nintendo and if they had kind of like how the guy with Sonic Mania deal, that
Yeah,
instead of like
Christian
taking it
Whitehead,
down,
yeah.
they should just gave the person a job. You know.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. 35 was pretty good. They also added the Luigi Easter egg into that game by unlocking all 32 stages and holding the L button down when you select a stage and hold the button down until the game starts. You will play as Luigi instead of Mario. So I thought that was pretty cool that they added that as an Easter egg into the game. Super Mario, the 3D All Stars, packs in 64, Sunshine, and the first Galaxy game. I think they should have went one step further and included both Galaxy games.
I agree.
But to each their own. Unfortunately, the sale of the Super Mario 3D All Stars will cease to exist as of April 1st, much like Super Mario Bros. 35 will cease to exist as of April 1st. As soon as that clock hits midnight, boom, they're gone.
I'm predicting that Mario 35, if it stays hot, it can probably continue. They might. This is my prediction. In the future, we might even see a Mario 3 version.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And I think, there are rumors that Nintendo will just take those 3 games and split them up into separate releases. Wouldn't be surprised about that either. Although, if they do it that way, they should be legitimate remasters, not just ports. They should be legitimate remasters or remakes of those games. Make it worth the price they're going to ask for those games, in my opinion.
Yeah, true, but it'd be cool, but I'm happy with what they got. But
I'm happy with what we got, too. I'm just saying, if they're going to split those games up and ask for full price for each of them after we just got all 3 for full price, they need to make it worth make it worth the money.
They might just take the game and split it up 3 ways, and then each one's $20.
They could do that too, but I think that would really piss some people off.
I mean, they put those games all over the place. Go back, look at the Wii U. If you buy Mario 1, it's $5 in the eShop.
Right.
Now, Mario, the original Mario, is free, and if you have the Nintendo subscription.
Yep. And earlier this month as well, they added Donkey Kong Country 3 to the Super Nintendo lineup. So all 3 of the original DKC trilogy is out there.
Yeah, that's cool.
What else we got? 30.
I'm hoping we get Earthbound to Super Nintendo, and I'm hoping the NES version of Earthbound as well,
I think
or
I think
further.
isn't the SNES Earthbound? Isn't that one on there already?
No,
I thought it
if it
was.
was, I've been playing it.
Um, what else? 30-year anniversary as well of the Fire Emblem franchise. This year we actually got a brand new, or at least new to America, NES title, which was the original Fire Emblem game that released in Japan in 1990. It was released with a $50 collector's edition that I didn't get, which I really wanted because Nintendo decided to sell it a day early. Fucking pricks. As well as did everybody else, like fucking Best Buy and Walmart. Um, so that sucked. But the game is available. It is in English, finally translated after 30 years. For $6, I believe it is, you can pick it up. I have not done that yet just because I've been pissed off at how they released the collector's edition.
$6 is a cartridge.
No, it's a digital download.
Oh, okay.
You would have gotten a cartridge with the collector's edition though, for $50.
Are you talking about an NES cartridge?
Yes, it was an acrylic cartridge. It was really
No
fucking
shit.
nice.
And I'm sure that's probably going to be worth $1 million in the future.
So we had that happened. That was announced on, I believe, September 22nd this year at some point. But they did. GameStop did pre-orders for it after it was announced, and of course it sold out in minutes. So then Nintendo said they were going to sell it on the 4th of December, while supplies last. Of course, they sold it the night before. Either that, or they went by Japan time instead of American time, which really screwed
Probably
me
Japan
over.
time.
So that screwed me over. Best Buy also did it the night before. So did sites like Walmart and Amazon as well that had it. So everybody sold it before it was supposed to go on sale, and I got beat because I didn't know that. We also had the announcement of. Now I know this won't be out until February, but it's worth announcing anyway. February 12th, 2021, we have the announcement of the Super Mario 3D World remaster or HD port or whatever they're calling it. I can't.
I
wait
don't
for
even
that to
think
come
they
out.
call it the deluxe version. I mean, because it's
It's plus Bowser's Fury, so they added.
yeah, it's not
They added
even
a whole
deluxe.
new thing to it, which I can't
It's
wait
like
for.
it's like the game plus DLC because
Guzzy,
you
what's
can't
up, man?
say it's HD or remastered because it's the same
Yeah, it's already. It was
resolution.
already in HD.
Yeah, so that's honestly that game should have been ported over a long time ago.
Guzzy, I don't know if you saw my tweet that I put out yesterday, but thank you again for donating during my Extra Life charity stream and helping me reach $1,000 to earn that gold medal. Very much appreciate it.
You're gonna send me the gold medal, right?
Yeah, right. If anything, my dad deserves it for what he did. He made a donation can for me with like 3 months to go, and
Yeah.
he actually racked up about $700 in donations.
Oh no
So,
shit.
if anything, he should be the one to get that medal. um. So yeah, I finished off with $1,048 on my charity. I'm not expecting any more money, although I do have about 25 hours left before the campaign is over. Trying to think, what else happened in 2020? Animal Crossing we talked about. Oh, Final Fantasy VII Remake. That was pretty good, very good game in my opinion. Like I said, it's a very big game. They actually brought over the cross-dressing scene, and I don't mean to spoil this for TSS, but I won't tell them how it goes. But in the original game, there was a cross-dressing scene where Cloud had to dress up like a female to get what he needed to accomplish in a certain part of the game, and they actually brought that over and redid and reworked the whole concept for the remake, which I thought was really cool. Weird as hell looking, but pretty cool.
When do you think they're gonna come out with the episode 2 or part 2?
I have no idea. I heard that it was supposed to be an episodic thing, but they made this part so big.
Yeah.
And there's no right now. There's no mentioning of a part 2. And right now they're working on Final Fantasy 16, which is supposed to be out next year. So,
Oh.
which also in itself looks like a badass game.
Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, you may know what happens, but I'm just telling you, they redid it, they reworked it, and they changed up. They did change up a little bit of the dialogue. It's actually more expanded upon in this version than the original, at least in my opinion. With that whole segment of the game, but yeah, them of course we had the Game Awards, and what a shit show that was.
Oh, definitely. I
I
hated that.
fucking flipped out when The Last of Us won 6 awards. Definitely a
And
game that doesn't deserve 6 awards. Certainly didn't deserve Game of the Year. Certainly didn't deserve Best Action Game. Didn't deserve Best fucking Music and Sound or whatever fucking award that's called. That the music and sound direction that should have went to Doom, hands down. Um, it's fucking awful. Actually, I do want to bring up something that I posted before I go back to the news about the Nintendo lawsuit. I posted something. Was it last week? Maybe. Something TSS. I think it was you, TSS, right? You posted that Nintendo, your year-end gaming with Nintendo, and you tagged a bunch of people, and I took part in that as well. I wanted to throw that up there and show you guys my results for how much I played Nintendo and what my top Nintendo games of the year were. As soon as I find that tweet, I'll flash it up there on the screen. Let me see. Where is it? Here we
dude,
go.
I gotta go. I gotta go use the restroom badly. Give me a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just going to put this on the screen and talk about it. Yeah, TSS posted this. It's Nintendo in-year review. At least for him. Why is this not working? Alright, well, you know what we're going to do? I'll just... Can I could edit this, can I? Copy, rename... No, I can't. Alright, I'll have to delete this and then just re-edit. Layer. Okay, screen share. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Alright, so you guys should be able to see it now. TSS posted this. What kind of player were you? Nintendo. These are his results. He is a core gamer. He played on his Switch for 423 hours, which I actually had him beat. Not by much. His top 5 games were Final Fantasy VII, Animal Crossing, Tetris 99, SpongeBob, The Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, and Mario Kart 8. He played 49 Switch games this year, which blown my total out of the water. And this is what I did. Of course, I took my pictures off of my phone, so it looks different than how he arranged it. I am what's considered a Nintendo fan. I have played for 470 hours on my Switch. I played 15 Switch games this year, which is 3 games more than last year. And my top 5 games were Pokemon Shield, Super Nintendo games on the SNES, Virtual Console, as I call them, even though they're not Virtual Consoles, but I mean, technically they are. Super Mario Bros. 35, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legend of the Duelist Link Evolution, which I was kind of surprised about, to be honest. I didn't know I had spent that much time on that game. And number 5 was Hatsune Miku Project Diva Mega Mix, which was another game that came out this year. Rhythm-based music game. I've been playing the Miku games since they came out in America in 2013. I actually own every single one of them. Last year, my top games were Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, Tetris 99, which actually didn't make this year's list. Asphalt 9 Legends. Again, the SNES. and the NES Virtual Consoles, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So those were my results. PlayStation 1, I should have gotten the email by now if I didn't. If I didn't get the email yet, I'll probably get it tomorrow or maybe Friday. This is what we're going to talk about next when Casey comes back, by the way. This is the lawsuit thing about Nintendo winning a lawsuit against Mario Kart go-karts.
Oh, is that the thing about in Canada where they have people racing around as Mario characters?
Well, I'm going to read the article here. I'm not exactly sure what it's about. I didn't read the whole thing, but Nintendo has officially won a lawsuit against Japanese go-kart company Maricar, which first of all sounds a lot like Mario Kart.
Exactly.
The legal dispute has been ongoing since February 2017 and has only been just resolved as of Christmas Eve last week. Maricar will pay Nintendo 50 million yen on the grounds of IP infringement. The lawsuit concluded. Nintendo released an official statement. The statement itself covered the history of the case, such as when the official lawsuit was filed, included the follow-up statement 2018, which involved the use of the Nintendo associated character costumes by Maricar. Nintendo ended its statement by saying that it will continue to take necessary measures against infringement of IPs, including their brands, to protect important IPs that they have built upon over the years of effort. Maricar was a go-kart service in Tokyo, Japan, that allowed residents and tourists to ride around the streets in go-karts. Videos of the service went viral online and showed participants wearing Mario, Yoshi, and other Nintendo character costumes. Mario Kart themed attraction will be added, and I wanted to talk about this too, in Super Nintendo World.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo World will be part of the Universal Studios Japan theme park and will open on February 4th, 2021.
Oh, I thought I heard about this, but I just got the wrong country. I swore there's something in Canada, but I guess it was in Japan. But they had illegal rides, but they're calling.
Are they? Well, we're going to end in a few minutes anyways. Yeah, so that was that. You know, I mean, they kind of deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. I mean, that's a lot of... I mean, I guess that's not a whole lot of yen, considering that, you know, what's 50 million yen? Like $50,000 for us, or $500,000? I mean, we've seen other lawsuits go for a lot more money.
Yeah, but this probably would bankrupt that. Probably bankrupt them.
Maybe. But last but not least, I want to talk about real quick. Pokemon Sword and Shield expansions, both parts released this year to a moniker of success. I personally enjoyed them. I know, Casey, you're not a Pokemon fan, but it is what it is there. And last but not least, the Nintendo Direct that was held a week before Christmas, showing off Super Nintendo World in the, I want to say it was a 17-minute video.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And they showed off the theme park and a lot of stuff, and I really like how they had that one section of it modeled after a Super Mario 3D World level.
The only thing is, when you first heard about it, it's kind of misleading. They're acting like you're actually going to get on top where the flagpole is. There's no way you're going to be jumping all over there to get on top of that, you know?
I mean, they could make an obstacle course thing that actually lets you do that.
Yeah,
it's
but
possible.
I don't see it happening.
I actually really like the go-kart attraction, though. They're actually going to have a go-kart track going around the theme park, which I think is going to be really cool. And it's supposed to be heavily Mario Kart inspired, of course.
But you know what I'm talking about? I think when they first announced it, is like they're acting like you go around, play as Mario, and them like collect coins out of no midair, and then these like at where you go up on that kind of mountain thing, and you go up those three clouds, and you can get to the flagpole. Like that's a little bit misleading, you know.
God damn it, really, really mysterious, you son of a bitch. Did you see what he said in the Discord?
No.
That's when I told Drew that I'd be there on the show. I said, I'll be
Yeah.
there with Casey, and Mysterious goes, oh, the happy couple. Fucking bastard.
But they're supposed to make more of these in the future. Like they're supposed to also come to America.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, and they're supposed to be like something themed after like Legend of Zelda and Donkey Kong as well. So, but real quick, Casey, let's finish this off. What was your favorite gaming moment of 2020?
Oh gosh, I mean it's hard. I'd probably say Pikmin because I was dying to get that. But also, well, I wouldn't say playing Fortnite because that's been out for 2 years on the Switch now. Probably after the Pikmin 3, probably the Mario stuff, the Mario 3D World, 3D All Star, and Mario 35. And maybe I'm starting to get into Among Us on there as well.
Which was a game that came out in 2018 to very little success, and it completely blew up this year.
Oh, it's awesome.
TSS said he got his Nintendo Game of the Year would have to be Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. He said he got it for Christmas. He said it's a fantastic game. I also got it for Christmas. I only played part of the demo so far, so I'm definitely going to be jumping into that game and continuing my Let's Play of it.
I finished the demo. I started a little bit of the rest of the game, and I just hadn't got a chance to.
But with that being said, my favorite gaming moment of the year would probably be the Super Mario Celebration with all the stuff we got. Not just with the video games, but we got the Lego set, we got the merchandise, we got the Game and Watch. We got another Mario game to look forward to next year as part of the celebration. New amiibos.
Mario Kart Live Circuit.
The Mario Kart Live, which I thought was pretty interesting. It's a new take on Mario Kart, which I guess it's a decent tie over until Mario Kart 9 eventually does come out. But yeah, I think Nintendo knocked it out of the park again this year.
It's not the strongest year. I think, especially the Switch years, honestly, you gotta say 2017 is their best year.
Oh yeah, that was they had their biggest releases that year.
Yeah, I mean they saved everything waiting for that. I guarantee you, a ton of the Wii U stuff that was probably supposed to come in the last 2 years, that it was slowed down to trickle. Because they're like, screw it, we got this NX coming. Let's save it for we can have a big launch year.
Remember when the Nintendo Switch was called the NX? Holy shit.
Yeah. For a while, I didn't like the name, the Switch. So I was like, to me, it's still the NX.
I mean, the name Switch makes sense, though, because you could switch from TV to handheld mode literally in seconds.
Now, I mean, I have no problem saying Switch. It's just, but at first I didn't like it because it's like, Switch? Like, I'm just, like I said, I still call it the NX.
So, of course, with me, my biggest, moment of the year would be my Extra Life Foundation stream. It's always, something I look forward to, something I always try really hard to put on. Something I always, try hard to make fun for everybody. My most successful campaign yet in the darkest of times that this world has seen in a very long time. Again, I finished off with $1,048. I highly doubt I'll get any more donations in the next 24 and a half hours, but you never know. But I am going to get that gold medal. I did get the t-shirt. I got dice. I got the light box where I could literally say damn near whatever I want. It also
and I'll
it also
and I'll
doubles as a flashlight.
and I'll be getting the gold medal. Thanks.
Casey would get the gold medal only when I shove it up his ass. Um, but yeah, and then of course, secondly, the Super Mario stuff, as I already mentioned. 2020, wasn't the greatest year in gaming compared to the previous years. But you know what? Despite the pandemic, I think the gaming industry did all right for itself this year.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as strong if the new consoles didn't come out, though. Too, though,
I mean, that really didn't play much of a role because of what happened.
Well, true. I'm just saying it. Still, there's a little hype between with the new consoles, though. Like I hadn't had been raring since the Switch, but like I really badly want the PS5.
Oh
But
yeah, I agree.
I'm
Absolutely.
but I'm not in no hurry to get the Xbox Series X. At least not yet.
All right.
But
Well, we went for an hour. Actually, an hour and 1 minute now to be precise. I think we did all right. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about this year. Well, I mean, not this year, but tonight, as far as, gaming industry and the gaming news pretty much phoned it in for the last couple of weeks of the year, as they usually always do. So there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. I think we got everything out we needed to talk about. Again, look out for the free games on Xbox and PlayStation Plus. One more thing I didn't mention was if you have Twitch Prime, you can get Watch Dogs Legion for free as well. With that being said, Casey and we're going to go head over to Gatekeeper Drew's live stream. And until next time, my name is The Rose, and for Casey is Raw. Have a good night, everybody. Happy New Year, and we'll catch your ass down the road.
oh, guys, is like, wait, what?
Guzzy, come on over. Wait a minute, what's he saying? Watch Dogs Legion free. Yes, sir.
What on one system though?
I think it's PC.
Oh,
But either
then I
way,
don't-
it's still pretty cool that it's a free game already.
uh,
Don't quote me on
If-
it, Guz. It could be PlayStation, could be Xbox as well through Twitch Prime. I'm just not 100% sure on that. But again, let's crash Drew's party over there, see what he's talking about, and again, my name is The Rose. For Casey is Raw. Have a good night, everybody. Happy New Year, and we'll catch your ass down the road.